Brasov city is always the first. This is how it has always been, this is how it is, and this is how it must remain, because its inhabitants have built strong buildings for the city, some of which can still be admired, have given the city some wonderful traditions, which have been preserved and valued for almost 800 years, and they are now planning its future, which is always more valuable than the present. Brasov city was Romania's first tourist city in the 19th century. It was the first winter sports resort where both amateurs and champions came to perform, and this is where the first Romanian skaters and skiers appeared and attended the first Olympic Winter Games in the 20th century. Brasov city was the first Romanian city to light the Olympic flame in the second decade of the 21st century. After the success of the European Youth Olympic Winter Games, it wants to bring back the Olympic spirit in the third decade as well, through the 2020 Youth Olympic Games. Brasov city was the host of the 2013 winter edition of the European Youth Olympic Festival. Given the success of the 2013 Olympic Festival organized in Brasov, the experience in organizing such events and the impact of the event on the development of the entire region of Brasov, we think it would be a natural step to organize and host the 2020 Youth Olympic Games. The organizing of the 2013 Olympic Winter Festival was a challenge for Romania. It was an event that took the involvement of all the stakeholders, the use of all the natural resources, of the existing sports facilities and the human resources available, but we were able to organize a European-class event that was highly appreciated by all the participants.
At the end of the week, as I said, I'm a very happy man. I think the games were really excellent. The venues worked extremely well. The hotels the athletes were accommodated in, the catering for the athletes were at a very high standard, and the distances were unique in that nobody had to travel too far for competition. And what really amazed me was the amount of supporters and fans at the different venues. I think it's probably, of all the games I've attended of the festival, this games had the most fans and supporters in a turnout, and your volunteers were absolutely superb.
Brasov city is situated 160 kilometers away north of Bucharest, Romania's capital city. The airports to be used by the athletes getting to Romania are the airport in Bucharest, 160 kilometers away from Brasov, and Sibiu Airport, 167 kilometers away from Brasov. The participants can come to Brasov either by car or by train. The competing area is very compact. The sports facilities in Brasov are new, modern, and located at relatively short distances from the Olympic Village. The Olympic rink in Brasov that hosts the ice hockey trials was inaugurated in 2010. It has a capacity of 1,600 seats and another 400 standing places, the total capacity exceeding 2,000 seats. There are also other rooms such as the protocol hall, a conference hall, the doctor's office, the anti-doping station and the gift shop. The skating rink in Poiana Brasov was built in 2013 for the European Youth Olympic Winter Festival. It can accommodate competitions for short track and figure skating. The capacity of the stands should be expanded for the 2020 Youth Olympic Games. Poiana Brasov Resort is located 15 kilometers away from Brasov. This is where the Olympic Village will be located. One of the most popular tourist destinations, Poiana Brasov is situated at the foot of Mount Postavaru at 1,020 meters of altitude. It is accessible by car or bus in approximately 20 minutes from Brasov. The Poiana Brasov Mount Cristianul Mare Trail is attended by two cable cars that take 5 to 6 minutes to travel from one terminal to another. The first chalet on Mount Postavaru was built in 1883, and the first ski competition in Romania was held here in 1906. However, the first skiers climbed Mount Postavaru in 1895. In 1951, the installations that existed at the time made the organization of the World University Winter Games possible. The resort has known its most significant flourishing for the last 30 or 40 years as new hotels, ski slopes and cable transport installations have been built. There are currently 7 ski slopes. Nowadays, one of the most important national sports centers, administered by the National Sports Agency, is located in Poiana Brasov, and it includes an ice rink that will be modernized to accommodate international competitions. Predal city is a very well-known town and health resort located 25 kilometers south of Brasov on the European 60 road. It is the Romanian town situated at the highest altitude, between 1,000 and 1,600 meters. On the Clăbucetul Taurului massif, the slopes are being developed for different degrees of difficulty, ranging from difficult to average, easy, and beginner's slopes. There are also cross-country skiing slopes and tracks with lengths of 2,500 meters. Cable transport installations include Clăbucet Sosire chairlift and Clăbucet Sosire draglift. Several mountain tracks link this resort to the Bucegi Mountains, the Paiului Mountains, but also to Postovarul Massif and Piatra Mare Massif. The sports complex on Râșnoavei Valley is located about 4 kilometers away from the resort's center and 1.5 kilometers away from the First National Road. There are transport options from Gări Square to Râșnoavei Valley. The sports complex on Râșnoavei Valley was designed in 1985 and 1986. In 2000 and later on, between 2009 and 2012, arrangement and rearrangement works were carried out, as well as the equipping with artificial snowmaking plants. Clăbucet slope has a low degree of difficulty and is equipped with snow guns and night lighting. It has a length of 800 meters, an elevation difference of 160 meters and an inclination of 20 degrees. The snowboard slope is located about 300 meters away from the First National Road and about 5 minutes walk from Predal train station. Clăbucet slope was set up between 1948 and 1950. It used to operate a single ski slope, but between 2000 and 2012, several fitting up and refitting up works were carried out and different artificial snowmaking plants were installed. The slope is served by a drag lift with a capacity of 1,200 persons per hour and is located approximately 100 meters away from the parking lot, which has 600 parking spots. Râșnov is a small town 16 kilometers away from Brasov and can be accessed either through the historical district of Bartholomew in Brasov city or by bus. The new sports infrastructure is the only one in Romania and Southeastern Europe at the standards set by the International Ski Federation. With an artificial snowmaking plant and a watering plant, and with an artificial surface and natural turf in the landing area, springboards can be used all year round. Fundata is situated 36 kilometers away from Poiana Brasov and 40 kilometers away from Brasov in a higher area at 1,300 meters of altitude. The place offers a spectacular view of the Piatra Craiului Mountains and Bucegi Mountains. The freshness of nature and the privacy of the complex make it a beautiful and peaceful place. This is a new and very modern facility for biathlon here. It is the only private biathlon facility in Romania. The Chele Grădiștei Biathlon Olympic Arena is situated 40 kilometers away from Brasov city and about 180 kilometers away from Henri Coandă International Airport in Bucharest. This Olympic base is built in traditional style and it was inaugurated in 2010. The most important event held in the biathlon arena in Chele Grădiștei was the biathlon competition during the European Youth Olympic Winter Festival in 2013, when it was designated as the Olympic Training Base. The locations for different sports require different works that will be carried out if Brasov city wins the candidature. A new skating rink will be built at the foot of Mount Tâmpa for the curling competitions, and the representatives of the International Curling Federation have promised to provide the necessary technical guidance and support needed. The locations for the halfpipe and speed skating contests will be arranged in Poiana Brașov. A skating rink may be easily set up next to the Olympic skating rink in Brasov to be used for the training of the hockey teams. This new rink will use the already existing cooling installation. We have all the technical skills and capability to organize all the competitions proposed in the candidature file. The Olympic Village will be set in Poiana Brașov, a national winter resort located 12 kilometers away from the city. In case a higher number of accommodation places than the one proposed is necessary, we consider including Ciucaș Hotel in Poiana Brașov as an accommodation option. The distance from Ciucaș Hotel to Alpin Hotel is about 2 minutes on foot. All the hotels are owned privately. The Olympic Village covers a surface of 3.4 hectares. For each location, the owner has signed a guarantee of availability. Each hotel provides security services, a medical facility, and 24/7 reception services. The IOC hotel will be Ana Hotel. The main media center was set up in the Imperial Hall of Aurelius Hotel. With an area of 869 square meters, it can be extended by an adjacent area of 184 square meters that, based on necessities, can also be turned into a recording room for the participating TV or radio stations. Brașov is a multi-ethnic and multicultural city with 780-year-old history. Brașov has one of the most important state universities in Romania, Transylvania University. It is a state higher education institution that, through its educational offer, its scientific research and the number of its students, represents one of the largest universities in Romania. Brașov is preparing to become the 2021 European Cultural Capital City. In this respect, the city's candidature file is under preparation. Brașov has enough accommodation places for those who want to see the competitions. We have the required experience to ensure the security of the athletes, of the officials and spectators. We have the necessary experience to secure the transport of all the participants at all the venues. We can provide the medical services and the anti-doping control on the duration of the Olympic Games.
We had a sample of Romanian hospitality, which was just unique. But personally, what I think is, I know some of you ask questions about future sports events coming here. I think you did wonders here for putting this region on the tourism map for winter sports tourism. At the moment, most Europeans are going on holidays for winter sports to France, Switzerland, Italy, and why not Romania? The cost is much cheaper, you have great facilities, and I think you have put Brasov on the map in a really big way for future sports tourism. And like Bucharest has direct flights to every European capital, and the distance between the airport and here is not too bad. And I think you have a very bright future.
All the relevant state institutions are committed to provide support in organizing the Youth Olympic Games in Brasov.